the Keymaster.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
This baby hits 88 miles per hour. You're gonna see some serious shit.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Welcome back to another episode of the Drive-In Review. I'm your host, Sea-Dog.
Duke.
Justin.
And this week we are talking about Jimmy Stewart.
Thank you very much.
That's Elvis. I don't think he's played many parts. He has not played Elvis.
Nope.
That would be interesting.
Or in a movie with Elvis.
Right. Exactly.
That hasn't happened.
So yeah, we have 6 great films, very highly rated on these.
Yeah, some classics in here.
Yes, and very long ones. That
yeah,
yes,
for their age.
I was very surprised by that. I did not realize that they had such long movies back in the day. I thought that they were like 90 minutes, and you were like, all right, let's move on.
Yeah, and
got fields to plant, got cows to milk, let's move on. But
maybe that's what their concept was now. Is like, well, they did this back in the 40s, 2.5 hours. Let's go 4 hours now, So
you know what set the groundwork for the feature-length film? Which film set the groundwork for that?
Mm-mm.
It was Birth of a Nation, 1915.
Really?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. It was like, I don't know how long it was, 3 hours long or something.
For
1915.
1915?
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's a pretty long movie.
Yeah. For 1915?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So we're going to start off with our first movie. Actually, no, we're not going to do that yet. Only new movie I've seen this week was Frankenstein. I watched it.
What'd you think?
I give it. I only want to rate it half, so I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it a 7.5.
Okay.
I'll go the better half. I was thinking between 7 and 7.5. It was really good. Chris Isaac's character, he was really good in it.
The singer?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
He's Justin would know him from Star Wars.
Okay.
So, have you seen Star Wars, right? Or are you Star Trek?
I like Star Wars,
Okay.
but I don't like the new Disney Star Wars.
Okay, but you know who I'm talking about. Anyway, he plays Poe. not the.
I'll
Poe or
go
Bo?
sit back in my corner.
Yeah. Anyways, his character was great. And then what's his face? Dude, I done forgot his damn name now. He's in it. I thought he was dead.
Oh, yeah.
But
Dance, Mr. Dance.
yeah, him, that guy.
What else do you watch?
I watched a bunch of older stuff, like I watched,
old silent films or something.
No, like Golden Child.
That's not a silent film.
No, it's not silent. It can be.
Yeah.
Somebody needed to silence Eddie Murphy back then because he was loud.
He watched it on mute.
Yeah. I will say, so I did not watch it on. I did not watch Frankenstein on Netflix, and I wish I would have turned on the subtitles, and I didn't because I need to understand what they're saying. It's not all subtitled. It's not like Passion of Christ.
Yeah.
It's just, certain parts I thought were like...
He's just guessing the plot from the movie.
Pretty much. I mean, I couldn't understand the word they were saying, but I kind of knew what was going on.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, it was good. What about you?
Let's see. I watched a few things. When was the last time we recorded?
2 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago.
Let's see. I watched the Black Phone 2.
How's that?
It was not as good as the first one, but it was okay. I gave it like 7 out of 10. It was good.
All right.
Nothing, crazy to write home about.
Right.
I watched a movie called Relax, I'm from the Future. It's got Reese Davies.
Mm-hmm.
And it was entertaining. I watched Good Fortune with Keanu Reeves.
How was that? Because I was contemplating either that or Frankenstein, and I chose Frankenstein.
It was missing something. It was okay. I give it 6 out of 10.
Okay.
It wasn't a bad movie. It was nothing special. See what else did I watch? Oh, Empire of the Sun. Which, I mean, I guess it was okay. It wasn't what I was. I think I've seen it before, but it's been a long time. It's not what I expected it to be. It was an okay Spielberg film.
Right.
And that's pretty much it. I watched like Cannibal Apocalypse.
Oh.
Like
Here's one I watched as a blast from the past. I watched Spree.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It is now on Samsung Plus.
Okay.
I was like, all of a sudden it came on. I'm like, hey, I know this movie. So I watched it again. Still, meh.
Yeah.
It was okay.
What'd you watch?
My opinion hadn't changed.
I've watched a lot of Jimmy Stewart.
Okay.
That's what I watched.
I watched a couple of those. I rewatched Harvey because it's been a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did too.
It's a clever film.
Yeah.
It's very funny. And also I rewatched Mr. Smith Goes to Washington for the millionth time.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
Yeah. I watched Anatomy of the Murder, Harvey, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. I seen Spirit of St. Louis a while back, but I didn't have time to rewatch it. But
We should definitely have an honorable mention for a movie we didn't get to, and that's Bell, Book, and Candle.
mm-hmm.
It's him and Kim Novak and Jack Lemmon. Really good movie.
Jack Lemmon?
Jack
Yeah.
Lemmon, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
That would have been a good one.
Bell, Book, and Candle. It's great.
I mean, believe it or not, I mean, in the last, how long we've been doing this now? 3 years?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
2 years.
I mean, we talked a lot about Jimmy Stewart. I mean, we've talked Rear Window, Winchester 73, you know,
Yeah.
and then we're about to, for our season finale, the holidays, we're going to talk about,
It's a Wonderful Life.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's
Or
my
no,
favorite.
That's next season.
He's
Sorry.
my favorite actor of all time, and it was actually Harvey, and I saw it on the big screen, not on the square, but in Inglewood, when that theater was open. Watched it on the big screen, and he became my favorite actor. He won me over with that performance,
Yeah.
and I've loved him ever since. Everything that he's been in.
Justin and I were talking, like, you know, I told him, I said, this is one of your favorite actors and stuff. And he's like, I thought Humphrey Bogart was. It's like,
Yeah,
no,
I thought it was
Maltese
Humphrey.
Falcon is his favorite movie, you know, from Bogart. But
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I would put him in my top 10 for sure. But Jimmy Stewart's my favorite actor of all time.
So I told my grandpa we were doing this about Jimmy Stewart because my grandpa's 80.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's Jimmy Stewart. And my grandpa was like, I like Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah.
And
Who doesn't? I mean,
Yeah.
he's awesome.
So before doing this, I had only seen It's a Wonderful Life and a couple other Jimmy Stewart movies.
Like
This is-
Westerns or something.
Yeah, this is probably the most Jimmy Stewart that I've watched personally, and I can tell you, I agree with you. He is absolutely a great actor.
if you haven't
Like-
if you haven't seen Winchester 73, you need to. Like,
No,
it's-
I need to.
it's a
I know.
really
I
good
know.
one.
We've
I like it.
we've talked about that before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I need to. But yeah, no, he's a great actor. He's very, very versatile.
Yes, he is.
He's extremely versatile,
And it's
I
a
really
it's a
like it.
fluid versatility. It's like he
Very
can
much.
just slip right into it like it's nothing.
Right.
Yep.
But and
And he's
can
still
tell-
the everyman. He's always the everyman.
Right.
Yes.
And you can tell, like, from his younger days, he was more vibrant and loud. Like, he can get
Yeah.
out there and everything. But then the older he got, the calmer he got.
Yeah,
so
for
it's
sure.
like you were
Yes.
aging with him as you were watching his movies.
Yeah.
You're aging with him and stuff. So, but he's still phenomenal.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
So, all right. Well, our first movie is Rope.
Do you got any movie news or anything?
Yeah, we'll talk about it in here in a little bit.
Okay.
After we get done with Rope.
Okay, I forgot.
All right, Rope, everybody.
I just think we ought to wait till after you graduate.
I don't.
It's only a month.
Janet, a month.
Please.
Sorry. I personally consider us engaged as of now. Congratulations.
David, no.
Look, you can say yes in a taxi. I have a 2:30 appointment.
I'm
and you're...
staying right here.
Oh, afraid you'll say yes?
I'll see you tonight at Brandon's party.
Okay. You can say yes there just as well as in a taxi. Goodbye, darling.
Bye.
That's the last time she ever saw him alive. And that's the last time you'll ever see him alive. What happened to David Kentley changed my life completely, and the lives of 7 others. Janet Walker, Henry Kentley, the boy's father, his aunt, Mrs. Atwater, his best friend, Kenneth Lawrence, a housekeeper named Mrs. Wilson, and the 2 who were responsible for everything, Brandon Shaw and Philip Morgan.
Mouse, cat and mouse. Which is the cat and which is the mouse? Enough of that. He's got it. He knows. He knows. He knows. All right, he knows. Easy. I'll take care of you. Won't. I'd just as soon kill you as kill him.
All right. Rope was released September 25th of 1948. 2 men try to convince themselves they committed the perfect murder by hosting a dinner party after strangling a former classmate to death. It stars Dick Hogan, John Dahl, Ferry Granger, Edith Evanson, Douglas Dick, and James Stewart.
Okay, well, let's see. This was produced by Warner Brothers, as well as Sidney Bernstein and Alfred Hitchcock. It was directed by Alfred Hitchcock, and it was based on the play Rope by Patrick Hamilton, who wrote it in 1929. His play was adapted by Hume Cronyn, if you remember that name. Hume Cronyn, he was an old actor from the 40s, but he also was a prominent actor in the 80s. He was in Cocoon, Batteries Not Included. He was also married to Jessica Tandy. But I didn't realize that he had adapted plays to film or anything like that, so that's pretty cool. The screenplay for this was done by Arthur Lawrence. The score was done by David Boutolphe, who also did the score for Made for Each Other, which is another Jimmy Stewart film. I believe it's him and Carol Lombard. This was shot on location in Burbank, California in the winter of 1948.
So this movie had a budget of $1.5 million. It only grossed $11,580. So, but I mean, back in 1948, that was a lot. So, we discussed this before. Movies cost a lot to make back then and didn't make as much.
Yeah, that's true.
So, IMDb gave this 7.9 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 93% with a 90% audience rating. And Letterboxd gave it 4.1 out of 5. I'm giving this one 8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I like this one.
I gave it 7 out of 10 only because it's been a while since I've seen this, and I wanted to return to it, but I didn't get a chance to. But I've seen it a couple times. It's not a bad film.
No.
I would recommend checking it out, especially if you like Hitchcock.
I give it an 8.5 out of 10. It's like a reverse whodunit.
Yeah.
But it's a really, really well done. I am a big
you love
fan. I
whodunits.
love whodunits. I
Yeah.
love them. So the fact that it's a reverse whodunit, I really find that interesting. Like that whole aspect of it to me is super cool.
Nice.
Since the filming times were so long, everybody on the set tried their best to avoid any mistakes. At one point in the movie, during the first take scene, the camera dolly accidentally ran over and broke a cameraman's foot. But to keep filming, he was gagged and dragged off the soundstage. Another time, a woman puts her glass down but misses the table. A stagehand had to rush up and catch it before the glass hit the ground. Both parts are used in the final cut.
Nice.
So
I did find the camera work of this movie really interesting. The way that Hitchcock did the zooming in and the camera work I found very fascinating about the way it was done in this movie.
Yeah.
It wasn't normal camera work, if you will.
Would you say that this one kind of lays the foundation for future Hitchcock films in the way of cinematography?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
this movie was unavailable for 3 decades because its rights were bought back. Were bought back by Sir Alfred Hitchcock and left as part of his legacy to his daughter, Patricia Hitchcock. We spoke with this about because one of the other movies is Rear Window. They've been known for a long time as the infamous 5 Lost Hitchcocks amongst movie buffs and were re-released in theaters around 1984 after a 30-year absence. The other ones are, of course, Rear Window, The Man Who Knew Too Much, The Trouble with Harry, and Vertigo.
Those are all classics.
Yes. This was Sir Alfred Hitchcock's first color movie.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
And this movie was banned in several American cities because of the implied homosexuality of Philip and Brandon.
Yeah.
And that's all the fun facts I got.
I have a question for you two, and I've wondered this for a while because I don't know. When was color made? I know black and white TV was first. I know it was fancy to have a color TV, but when was it just the common everyday thing to have color?
Common, when most people started doing colored films.
I guess so, yeah.
I think it.
And then when did the first color film come out?
So that one's, I think, a little bit more complicated.
Yeah.
I think it became really common in the 50s.
Color?
Of color films, yeah. But of course, they had color films in the 30s. You had, Wizard of Oz, but what was the other one? The Adventures of, the one with Errol Flynn.
Robin Hood.
Yeah,
yeah.
Adventures of Robin Hood. Yeah, that was 37, and it was in color.
But the problem was
it
you would have to go to the theater to see it in color, but then whenever it came out, and to where you can see it on television, not everybody had a color TV. Wasn't
You'd see it
until
in
the
black
60s.
and white.
Yeah.
Right.
So theatrically, the 50s is when I think most people were doing color. The first color film, and I've looked this up before and I don't recall, but I can't speak on that because I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that watching all of these movies, and I was like, some of them are in black and white, some of them are in color. And I also understand that there was a big difference in the cost back in the day.
Sure, that's why most people did black and white.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's why Clerks was done in black and white, was for a cost saver. And I mean, I understand the cost saving aspect of the black and white, but I was just curious because I know these are a lot of these are right in the time frame of
Right.
you guys. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Tripping over my words. But you.
That's all right. Yeah. I would say little bits and pieces were sprinkled in the 30s, but the 50s is really sped up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's all I got on rope.
Okay.
So it is time for
Movie news.
All right, so I got some interesting ones this week. After 40 years, Zach Galligan will be reprising his famous role as Billy Peltzer in Gremlins 3 alongside Phoebe Cates.
Mm-hmm.
She's coming out of retirement.
Okay.
John Goodman, Millie Bobby Brown, and Gremlins 3 will hit theaters on November 19th, 2027.
Okay.
Christopher Columbus is head as director.
Okay.
With Steven Spielberg as executive producer.
All right.
So
We need more Chris Columbus films.
Sure.
We really do. We were talking. Me and Corey were talking about this right before we started recording, and he hasn't done stuff in a long time, man. The last thing I can think Chris Columbus did was Harry Potter 1 and 2. What has he done since then?
There has been one that I saw, and I can't tell you what it was. I don't remember, but I do remember seeing something.
Yeah.
Like within the last 5 years or something.
We need more Chris Columbus films.
Yeah, and I really hope they get Howie Mandel.
For what?
For Gizmo.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean that
I
would,
gotcha.
That would secure the.
We were talking about
the
directors, and you're like, man, Howie Mandel was great directing this film. Who says that?
Me. Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz, and John Hannah, and Oded Fair. When I speak those names, what do you think of? What movie?
What was the first one you said?
Brendan Fraser.
Okay.
Rachel Weisz.
Oh.
John Hannah.
Is it The Mummy?
It's The Mummy.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll say. Yeah, all you got to say was Brendan Fraser and John Hannah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Oded Fair.
And that guy.
Yeah, and that guy. They are all returning for a fourth Mummy installment. No word if Arnold Vosloo will be joining the cast or not. So no Imhotep in this one. But
all practical effects this time.
Right.
Whatever that CGI was, we don't need to have that happen.
I've heard a rumor. I've heard a rumor that Henry Cavill is in talks of playing the villain. Don't know what the villain is going to be yet, but
That's okay. I'm okay with them redoing one, and it's not Imhotep, as long as it's not the
Dragon Emperor.
Dragon Emperor. I pretend that one that wasn't made.
And the only reason that Rachel Weisz didn't reprise her role in that one was just she didn't like the script, so she didn't. Return
I
for
wonder
that one.
why.
Yeah. So yeah, so that one's coming out. It's in the works and should start filming probably beginning of next year. So
we'll finally get the Mummy 3. That's
Mummy 4.
No, Mummy 3. Yeah, I
you
said
have
it
to
correctly.
include the bad ones too. Speaking of 3, Grown Ups 3 will start filming in February 2026 with all of the main cast returning.
Okay.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Have you seen the trailer for Michael yet?
No, I have not, but I heard that it's his nephew that's playing him.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know
Jafar Jackson, I think is.
I know F. Gary Gray is directing,
Yeah.
which I think that's going to be great.
Yeah.
Michael
Michael
Jackson.
Jackson.
what?
It's a biopic
Yeah.
of Michael.
Biopic of
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his nephew
Really?
it's his nephew. It's he's in he was in the band back in the 90s, boy band 3T, which is all three of Michael's nephews and everything. But he's playing Michael Jackson in the biopic. And there's controversy saying that he looks nothing like him. He looks similar to him. Nobody's going to look like Michael.
Yeah.
You know, but
Speaking of biopics, have either one of you two seen Deliver Me From Nowhere yet?
No.
no.
I'm actually looking forward to that.
Yeah,
Me
I
and
am
Sarah
too.
were talking about that.
That looks really good.
It looks really good.
And from what from what I've seen, that's him actually singing.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
He's
dude
never
singing.
sung
Yeah.
before, and he got in front of Bruce Springsteen and just wailed.
Yeah, blew Bruce Springsteen out of the water. That's what
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen said. He was like, "Wow, that kid never sung before."
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's going to be interesting. George Clooney confirms that Ocean's 14 is officially in the works. So we're getting another Ocean's.
Okay.
Yep. the look of confusion there, like why?
Yeah, that is the why.
Johnny Depp will be taking on the role of Scrooge in Paramount Pictures' take on the Charles Dickens tale titled Ebenezer: A Christmas Carol.
Tim Burton, right?
Nope, with Ty West
What?
as director.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Melissa Barrera, we know her from
Scream.
She's going to be joining John Travolta and Ella Blue Travolta, his daughter, in an orca survival horror film titled Black Tides.
Okay.
Director, it's going to be directed. It's going to be directed by Rennie Harlin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Okay.
An orca survival
Yeah.
horror.
So Rennie Harlin directed Deep Blue Sea.
Okay.
So it's going to be
Yeah.
kind
And Nightmare on Elm Street 4
Yep.
as well.
Okay.
Yeah, he's directed a lot. Well, he's very well known.
I think he also did Die Hard 2.
Okay. Okay.
And then last but not least, Kristen Bell says Frozen 3 will begin production soon. So,
Okay.
and that's it for
More news.
all right.
I don't know what that was.
It was weird. I'm
I've been
not gonna
holding
lie.
that in for 3 weeks.
Yeah, that sounded. You need
Thanks.
to get that checked. All right. How about some Anatomy of a Murder?
Hold on to your butts.
Hey, hey, hey. There is a new movie coming to this town. All those involved in this film will now be sworn in.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear that you have done your job in this picture to the best of your ability. James Stewart.
I do.
Lee Remick.
I do.
Ben Gazzara.
I do.
Arthur O'Connell.
I do.
Eve Arden.
I do.
Catherine Grant.
I do.
And you, Duke Ellington.
I do.
And you, Joseph N. Welsh, who temporarily deserted the real law to play Judge Weaver.
I do.
This is highly irregular. Irregular, John? Didn't you approve the screenplay by Wendell Mays?
Yes?
Didn't you, when I came up here, suggest that we shoot here in this courtroom? And didn't you yourself suggest every single location for the film, including your own house that you were kind enough to lend us?
Well, that's true.
And didn't you, being not only a bestseller novelist, but also a justice of the Supreme Court of Michigan, didn't you supervise every single legal detail in the film?
Yes, Otto, but you don't have a jury.
Oh, that, you see, John, our jury is not just 12 men and women in the box. Our judge and jury sits out there, millions and millions of people in the theaters.
He said, I fooled my lawyer, I fooled that head shrinker, I'm gonna fool that bunch of corn cobbers on the jury.
You're a liar! You're a lousy, stinking liar!
Oh, could Mark have a little in that ashtray, maybe? He loves beer.
You want a beer for the dog?
Mm-hmm.
Here we are.
He'll go to sleep now.
No, it's common knowledge in Thunder Bay you were living with Quill.
It's not true. Barney Quill
Was what, Miss Palant? Barney Quill was what, Miss Palant?
The #1 book is now the #1 movie, unanimously acclaimed by the press everywhere. This is what the New York Times said about Anatomy of a Murder. Strong suspense, pounding drama, uninhibited and uncensored, well nigh flawless. Until this trial's over, you're going to be a meek little housewife with horn-rimmed spectacles. And you're going to stay away from men and juke joints and booze and pinball machines, and you're going to wear a skirt and low-heeled shoes, and you're going to wear a girdle, and especially a girdle.
Why wouldn't I be legally justified in killing the man who raped my wife?
Time, Alvin. Now, if you'd caught him in the act, the shooting might have been justified, but you didn't catch him in the act. Wow, it's sensational. New York Daily News. One of the most extraordinary films ever made. Los Angeles Times. For those who can stand straight talk, Time magazine. Well, doesn't a woman sort of instinctively know when a fellow's on the make?
Oh, sure. But that's only usual with me. With men, I mean. Almost all men, ever since I was a kid.
Did you cry out? Did you scream?
Didn't seem to be much use out there in the woods.
And this is what other critics said. As tense and thrilling a shocker as has come along in years. Life magazine. On every count, one of the best films of the year. New York Herald Tribune. Sacco Cinema. Don't miss Anatomy of a Murder. New York Post. The details are as plain-spoken in the film as in the book. A trial as tense as the one in the novel. Look magazine.
Is that because you know that Barney Quill bathed and changed and cooled off after he raped and beat hell out of this poor woman?
Your Honor, everybody in this court is being tried except Frederick Mandan. I must protest.
Now listen, this is a cross-examination murder case. It's not a high school debate. What are you and Dancer trying to do? Railroad this soldier into the clink?
That's all, folks.
Wake up!
This movie trailer brought to you by Barbasol.
Right. I'm sorry about that, guys. That was the trailer. Like, there was no shorting it at all. So
straight up radio drama.
Yeah,
from the
pretty much.
1940s.
Yeah.
Of which I am a fan, but good lord, man. All right. Anatomy of a Murder was released July 13th of 1959. An upstate Michigan lawyer defends a soldier who claims he killed an innkeeper due to temporary insanity after the victim raped his wife. What is the truth, and will he win his case? It stars James Stewart, which, by the way, I gotta pause here momentarily. Why is it James and not Jimmy? Everybody knows him as Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah. He changed his name later on.
Did he?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's the case. I think that just
the public just knows him as
relate
Jimmy?
to him as Jimmy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he actually.
Well, he actually. There's some movies, like later films, that he's announced as Jimmy Stewart.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, some people like John Mellencamp, John Cougar Mellencamp. It's the same guy. I mean,
Right.
I hate to use John Cougar as an example, but let's be honest. So, James Stewart is who this movie stars. Lee Remick, Ben Gazzara, Arthur O'Connell, Eve Arden, Catherine Grant, George C. Scott, and Howard McNear from the Andy Griffith Show, old Floyd the Barber, is in this movie.
Very nice. All right, so this was produced and directed by Otto Preminger. And if you've never watched an Otto Preminger film, I highly recommend it. He's done movies such as 1944's Laura, as well as The Man with the Golden Arm, starring Frank Sinatra. Both good, very good films. Very stylish. Are you looking up why the whole Jimmy thing?
I am.
Okay.
Yep, I am.
All right, I'll continue what I'm doing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Doing research over there.
So this was based on the novel Anatomy of a Murder by John D. Volker, and the screenplay was done by Wendell Mays. The score was done by Duke Ellington, the famous jazz musician. And this was shot on location in Ishpeming and Marquette, Michigan, between March and May of 1959.
Okay. So what I found out, it says Jimmy Stewart was known by his birth name, James Stewart, throughout his career. He did not switch from one to the other. The public embraced him as Jimmy.
That's what I thought.
Because of his beloved persona, which was often described as being like a member of the family. According to the American Film Institute, he was born James Maitland Stewart, and he is known today as Jimmy Stewart, the actor.
Maitland, huh?
Yeah.
Maitland's. Look nice and stupid, too. Oh, crap.
What do we got here now, folks?
All right. What you got?
So I didn't get a budget for this movie, but it grossed $194.
Okay.
What?
Yeah,
$194.
I don't really believe that.
I don't buy it.
I don't buy it either, but I could not find an actual gross or a budget. But that's what IMDb, according to IMDb, that's what it grossed.
Okay.
IMDb, speaking of which, rated this 8 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a whopping 100% with a 91% audience rating. And Letterboxd gave it 4.2 out of 5. I'm giving this one a tie with Rope with 8.5 out of 10.
I'll give this one a 9 out of 10. I love the style.
Mm-hmm.
I love Preminger films. I love Jimmy Stewart. I mean, it's just a great combination.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite Jimmy Stewart films.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. That's an interesting pick.
Yeah.
I give this one a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed this. I feel like it's. I think, not to spoil the movie, but I think the guy's a lying bastard. I do. I found the movie really.
So you were engaged by
very engaged by and I like courtroom dramas, kind of the same way I like whodunits, but not. I mean, they're different, but I like courtroom dramas. I would say this even still today holds up amongst the great courtroom dramas of its time. Yeah. Not of its time, but of all time, I would say.
Absolutely.
Part of the controversy surrounding this movie was because it included use of the words, and hold your gasps.
Oh, I already... Can I guess?
What?
One of them's got to be panties.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally, panties.
Yeah. The panties scene made me laugh, not because of the word panties, but because that was so audacious that it was said in a courtroom.
Yeah, and the judge was like,
yeah, we're going to get the Snickers out now.
Right.
We're talking about our case here.
Other words were bitch.
Yeah, I was amazed by that one. Was in there too.
Contraceptive.
Okay.
Penetration, rape, slut, and sperm.
There was a lot of graphic talk about the rape part of the case that I was
detailed.
I was really shocked because of the time of the movie. I was shocked that even that was allowed in the film. That they would allow it, period.
Mm-hmm.
Being controversial is one thing. I'm amazed that they even let it slide, as strict as they were about stuff back then.
I think they were starting to loosen up around that time, though.
Yeah.
James Stewart's father was so offended by the film which he deemed a dirty picture, that he took out an ad in his local newspaper telling people not to see it. So maybe that's why it only made $194.
Maybe it really did only make $194. I mean, well, if it is that controversial because of the
times,
panties, oh my God,
right?
I mean, if it's that controversial, maybe people were like, "No, I'm not going to go see it," but which is a damn shame.
Yeah,
it really is. It's a great movie.
Just a lot of sexual connotation instead of saying like undergarments.
Like it would be in one of those underground theaters
that they have. Grindhouse.
Yeah, grindhouse theaters. Yeah.
he says undergarments, and they make it to where, I mean,
they want to specify
that it's panties. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I liked the fact that they were edgy in the film like that. To me, that's a good thing. It's not something to be like, no, I don't want to go see it.
Yeah.
Right. Otto Preminger sued Columbia Pictures and its TV subsidiary, Screen Gems, when it sold this film in a package of 60 films to television for $10 million. In New York, ABC interrupted the 160-minute film 13 times with 36 commercials. Preminger was furious that his film was being mutilated and took them to court in a highly publicized case. He lost.
What year was that, I wonder?
I am not sure. It didn't say what year, but yeah, he lost the battle. The interior of Barney Quill's bar is not a movie set. It's the interior of the Thunder Bay Inn Tavern in Big Bay, Michigan. It is approximately 325 yards down the road from the Lumberjack Tavern, where the actual murder on which the novel and film are based took place in 1952.
Okay.
And then last but not least, the law library in the courthouse was actually filmed in the Carnegie Public Library in Ishpeming,
Michigan. Yeah.
The door that was opened in the courthouse, which is in Marquette, was the door to the men's restroom. The movie was filmed on location in Marquette County, Michigan.
Yep.
So that's all I got for Anatomy of Murder.
Okay.
Not much fun facts on these, but interesting nonetheless.
Sure.
So, all right, Duke, what time is it?
Happy birthday, bitch! All right, every asshole has a birthday, and these are these assholes' birthdays. On November 9th, we have Lou Ferrigno turned 74.
Oh, hey.
What?
Let me pause you.
What?
Since you mentioned him. So I watched Hulk 2003.
Oh, God.
And
I'm sorry.
I had no idea. So that has like tons of cameos. It has Lou Ferrigno and Stan Lee together.
Huh.
And they were walking out of a building. Lou Ferrigno plays a police officer in it. And then it also has the one dude that played the Hulk in Peter Banner.
Bruce Banner?
Yeah, but I think he went by Peter then.
Bill Bixby?
Yeah, Bill Bixby has him in it too. He has.
I thought he died in the 90s.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I thought he did too.
No, but yeah, it has him in it too as a cameo. So it has like multiple Hulks in there. So I thought it was interesting. Okay, carry on. Sorry.
Okay. So on the 10th of November, we had, Brittany Murphy would have been 48 today. Walton Goggins is 54. Zoe Ditch, I know I'm saying it wrong. She's 31. Michael Jai White is 58. Sinbad is 69. Roland Emmerich is 70. And Tracy Morgan is 57.
All right.
On the 11th.
Sinbad,
yeah,
Daggone,
69.
Man.
On the 11th, we have Leonardo DiCaprio, who is 51. Demi Moore is 63. Stanley Tucci, 65. And Bill Moseley is 74. On the 12th, we have Ryan Gosling will be 45. Anne Hathaway will be 43. And Wallace Shawn will be 82.
Inconceivable.
On the 13th, we have Gerard Butler will be 56. Steve Zahn will be 58. Tom Atkins will be 87. And Whoopi Goldberg will be 70. On the 14th, we have Patrick Warburton will be 61. D.B. Sweeney will be 64. And Harland Williams will be 63. On the 15th, Beverly D'Angelo will be 74. And on the 16th, we have Marla Plimpton from the Goonies will be 55. Maggie Gyllenhaal will be 48. Pete Davidson will be 32. Clu Gulager would have been 97. And Burgess Meredith would have been 118.
Wow.
Finally, on the 19th, Mr. TV will be 58. No, you're going to be...
That's not entirely unaccurate.
37?
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
Is that...
Yeah, I'll be 37 this year.
That was just a guess.
Yeah. I'll be 37 going on like 65. And
Okay.
I know it. So it's okay.
Zoe Ditch.
Ditch. Okay. All right, we got that.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Is that all?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Happy birthday, bitch!
All
I
right.
apologize.
It's so good. We get names wrong all the time. What was that one I got wrong? That one, douche or something like that, or I want to say it was douche, but it was like douchey or douche.
Douchey?
Yeah, something like
Peter Douchey?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Let's talk about Harvey.
Yeah, let's talk about Harvey.
That's my name, Elwood P.
Does Elwood see anybody these days?
Oh, yes, Aunt Ethel. Elwood sees somebody. Yes, Aunt Ethel, he does.
And now, Aunt Ethel, I'd like you to meet Harvey. Harvey, you've heard me speak of Aunt Ethel Chauvenet. She's one of my oldest and dearest friends.
Who's Harvey?
A white rabbit, 6 feet tall.
6 feet.
6 feet 3.5 inches. Now, let's stick to the facts.
Harvey lives at our house. Elwood buys theater tickets and railroad tickets for both of them.
Well, I'll be swizzled.
Well, anyway, I was walking down along the street, and I heard this voice saying, "Good evening, Mr. Dowd." Well, I turned around, and here was this big 6-foot rabbit leaning up against a lamppost. I thought nothing of that, because when you've lived in the town as long as I've lived in this one, you get used to the fact that everybody knows your name.
Perhaps they neglected to tell you at medical school that a rabbit has large, pointed ears. Do you know what you've done? You've allowed a psychopathic case to walk out of here and roam around with an overgrown white rabbit. This sister of yours is at the bottom of a conspiracy against you. She's trying to persuade me to lock you up. Today she had commitment papers drawn up. She has your power of attorney and the key to your safety box. And she brought you here.
My sister did all that in one afternoon. That Vita certainly is a whirlwind, isn't she?
It's a warm-hearted tale that proves there's no power like the power of the imagination.
I'll never be happier, Mr. Dowd. I know it.
Hey, this rabbit gag must be a good one.
Stock up now on this Oscar-winning classic the whole family will enjoy. Harvey.
Coming soon to video cassette.
Right.
All right. Harvey was released March 22nd of 1972.
50.
All right. Harvey was released December 21st of 1950. A whimsical... Sorry, my bad. A whimsical man is thought to be insane due to his instance that he is best friends with an invisible humanoid rabbit.
Humanoid?
That's what it
Is
says.
that what it says?
Humanoid rabbit.
Okay.
But he may be wiser than anyone knows. Humanoid type creature, I mean.
Yeah.
It stars Wallace Ford, William H. Lynn, Victoria Horn, Jesse White, Cecil Kellaway, and Jimmy Stewart.
So this was produced by Universal Pictures and John Beck. This was directed by Henry Coster, he's directed 4 other movies with Jimmy Stewart. No Highway in the Sky from 1950, Mr. Hobbs Takes a Vacation, Take Her, She's Mine, and the 1965 film Dear Bridget. This was based on a 1944 play by Mary Chase, and the screenplay was done by Mary Chase and Oscar Brodney. The score for this film was done by Frank Skinner. He's done such movies as Alfred Hitchcock's Saboteur, the 1941 Wolfman, Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, and W.C. Fields' The Bank Dick. This was shot on location on the Universal backlot between April and June of 1950.
Again, I did not find a budget for this one, but it grossed $877.
Okay.
Book the cruise.
Yeah. IMDb gave this 7.9 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 88% with a 92% audience rating. Letterboxd gave it 4 out of 5. And I'm giving this one 8 out of 10.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
I found it entertaining.
Okay. I gave it 9 out of 10. Cute film.
Yeah.
You haven't seen it.
Yeah, this is one of the 2. There's 2 that I hadn't seen, and this is one of the 2.
So in reference, this movie reminded me, it's basically Billy Madison's Penguin, is what I gathered from it.
Okay.
I mean, it's imaginary friend, but I mean, it's alcohol related induced.
Well, they call the rabbit a puka, and a puka is based off of Irish folklore. It's basically a shape-shifting spirit that can take the form of anything, including humans.
Right.
So in this movie, he's taken the form of a giant 6'3" and 3.5 inch rabbit.
Right.
Actually, in the play, according to Jimmy Stewart, he changed it to 6'8" because Jimmy Stewart himself is 6'3".
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful film. If you've not seen it, I definitely recommend watching Harvey.
Yes.
Very good movie. Clever, cute, just well done.
Yeah, I agree. James Stewart later declared in an interview that Josephine Hull had the most difficult role in the film.
And she was also in Arsenic and Old Lace, by the way.
Yeah.
With Cary Grant, which is another one you need to watch if you've not seen that one. Arsenic and Old Lace is great.
Okay.
Since she had to believe and not believe in the invisible rabbit at the same time, so that was difficult for her. As a joke, the cast and crew would often set a chair for the title character at lunch and order him something to eat. At the suggestion of James Stewart, the director changed many shots to make them wider so that Harvey would be in the frame. In many interviews, James Stewart referred to the role of Elwood P. Dowd as his favorite role.
Yeah.
In 1990, James Stewart recorded an introduction to the VHS release of the film, which turned out to be one of the biggest selling videos of the year.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And then, although James Stewart is 6'4", he refers to Harvey as being 3.5 inches tall in the film, and looks up at him during the entire film. The claimed height is correct and corresponds with Harvey's height in the original play by Mary Chase. You mentioned, however, in a 1990 interview, Stewart said that he had decided that Harvey was going to be 6'8" in the film.
That's where I got the info from. Was that intro he did?
Right. So that he could indeed look up at him, but the play's script simply wasn't changed to reflect this. And I thought I had fun facts on the TV show, but I did read about it, that it was a TV series. I think it flopped. So
have you guys seen the show? Oh my God!
I know which one you're talking about. With the rabbit.
No, not the rabbit. Wilfred.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you're talking about.
You ever seen Wilfred?
I
Okay.
have not.
Yeah, with Elijah Wood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm a fan of Wilfred. It's a great show. It was actually an Australian show, but that's what this sounds like to me. Is
in a way, yeah.
Well, Wilfred is crude,
Right.
Crude humor, but this sounds more like a family version of, because you're constantly wondering, is Elijah Wood crazy or is he not? Because no one can see Wilfred but Elijah Wood.
Right.
That's it. Well, I mean, to everybody else, Wilfred is a normal dog, and to Elijah Wood, he talks. So.
Yep. No, exactly. That's a good reference to
Wilfred,
Harvey. Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. The way you guys are describing it, it sounds like Wilfred,
Mm-hmm.
but a family-friendly version of Wilfred.
Yep. But that's all I got on Harvey. Was that?
Okay. What's next?
What is next? Oh. Yo, it's movie trivia.
What? Movie trivia. Shut your mouth. Okay. Movie trivia.
All right, let's go.
All right, so this week on movie trivia.
Dial it down. Go
So,
from
okay.
Yo MTV Raps to VH1.
All right, so I have 3 different segments here. The first one is titled Age the Actor. Age the Actor.
All right.
I'm going to give you 3 different actors, and I want you to tell me which one is the oldest of the 3. It's that easy.
All right.
All right, you ready?
Nothing's ever that easy.
We'll see.
Hang on, let me get my buttons. All right.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Robert Englund, John Lithgow, or Christopher Lloyd. Which one is oldest? Mr. TV?
John Lithgow.
Robert Englund, John Lithgow, or Christopher Lloyd. Which one is oldest? Mr. T, fool.
I know. I'm torn between 2. I'm gonna go with Christopher Lloyd.
What do you say? What doth thou say?
I'm gonna go with John Lithgow.
See, I would have said Robert Englund if that would have been my second guess. Would have been Robert Englund.
All right, so I was wrong.
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
Very nice.
All
I
right.
like that.
What about
Yes, he was correct.
That is correct.
I love it. That's awesome.
Very nice.
Christopher Lloyd is 87 years old. John Lithgow is 80. Robert Englund is 78.
him? Okay.
He's only 78.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised. How old did you say Christopher Lloyd was?
87.
He recently had a birthday.
Yeah, I believe he did.
So that's how I knew it, was because I was like, well, he just had a birthday and he's really damn close to 90.
Yeah.
He's really close to 90.
I knew John Lithgow was close to it too, but yeah.
Did Dick Van Dyke turn 100 finally?
Not until
I
December.
think it's next
Is it
month.
next month? Okay, I was
so.
say I know it's coming up.
Yeah,
pretty
don't
quick.
jinx him.
No.
Yeah, we don't need another
Although
Betty
he,
White.
although he did say it would be funny if he didn't make 100.
No, it wouldn't.
It wouldn't be funny at all. No.
His humor's gotten really dark.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the next one. Kevin Bacon, George Clooney, or Tom Cruise. Which one is oldest?
Oh, wow.
Kevin Bacon, George Clooney, or Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise eats the souls of small people to stay
Yeah,
young.
he doesn't age.
Man, I mean, Tom Cruise has been around longer than George Clooney because he was doing ER when Tom Cruise was already doing films. Kevin Bacon, though, he's ageless. Like, I'm gonna go with Bacon. I'm gonna go with Kevin Bacon.
That is correct.
What was that? Sorry.
I
jumped
would
the gun
have
there.
gone with Tom Cruise.
No.
Wrong, sir.
Kevin Bacon is 67. George Clooney is 64. Tom Cruise is 63.
Wow. All right.
All right, here I got one more.
Okay.
Ryan Gosling, Ryan Reynolds, or Ryan Philippe?
Who? Who's Ryan Philippe?
He was in Cruel Intentions. He was short, blonde, curly hair.
Yeah.
Only popular in the 90s.
Right.
I don't know what the hell happened to him.
I don't know either.
Ryan Gosling, Ryan Reynolds, or Ryan Philippe?
Man, I'm going to go with...
Who's oldest?
I'm going to go with Ryan Reynolds.
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
Fine.
I was gonna.
I gotta hear it.
I was gonna go with Ryan Gosling. Is what I was gonna go with.
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
It is Ryan Philippe. He is 51. Ryan Reynolds is 49. And Ryan Gosling is 44.
Okay.
Okay.
That was close.
Ryan Gosling is only 44.
Yeah. He was born in 81?
Really?
Yeah. I can do math. So that was Age the Actor. This is Rate the Movie.
Wait a minute. That's what we do. We rate movies.
So this is Rate the Movie. So for Rate the Movie, I'm going to give you a year. And out of these 3 movies from that year, you have to tell me which one holds the highest rating on IMDb.
Okay.
Ready? This is Rate the Movie.
We get it.
1982. Which one holds the highest rating? The Thing, Poltergeist, or E.T.? Which one holds the highest rating on IMDb? The Thing, Poltergeist, or E.T. Extraterrestrial?
E.T. was the highest grossing movie of all time back then.
Mm-hmm. Back then.
This is based off of IMDb's rating.
IMDb's rating.
Which
That's
is based off of people.
No, it's...
Yeah,
This is which movie holds the highest IMDb rating currently?
Yeah. But the IMDb rating is based off of a combination of critics and people that have commented on there. So.
Yeah. So The Thing, Poltergeist, or E.T.?
That's hard because I know critics did not like Poltergeist.
But people did.
People loved it. But critics hated it. But I know a lot of people that don't like E.T. The critics loved E.T. So I'm really torn on those two.
What you got?
I'm gonna throw a curveball. I'm gonna say The Thing.
That is correct.
The other two threw me off for that exact reason why I said
that's why I chose The Thing because
opposites.
they're polar opposites. So
The Thing currently holds an 8.2. Poltergeist only a 7.3. E.T. has a 7.9.
Wow.
Okay. Next for Rate the Movie. We're going to do 1992. Okay, ready? Unforgiven, Reservoir Dogs, or Malcolm X?
Oh.
Which one holds the highest?
I'll let you take the first answer on this one.
Unforgiven, Reservoir Dogs, or Malcolm X?
I'm going to go with Reservoir Dogs. That's what I'm going to go with.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so Reservoir Dogs holds an 8.3. Unforgiven holds an 8.2. And Malcolm X has a 7.7. Okay, I got one more for Rate the Movie. 2002. Gangs of New York, Catch Me If You Can, or A Beautiful Mind?
Oh, man.
This is not going to get any easier, folks.
No. I'm just going to go with I'm going to go with the star-studded cast in this one. Man, Catch Me If You Can, though. That's
Gangs of New York, Catch Me If You Can, or A Beautiful Mind?
I'm gonna go with Gangs of New York.
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
Was it Tom Hanks and Catch Me If You Can?
Wrong, sir.
No.
Wrong.
It Is a Beautiful Mind has an 8.2. Catch Me If You Can has an 8.1. And Gangs of New York has a 7.5.
Really? Wow.
That is not fair.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's so underrated. That's not fair.
Sorry.
That is not accurate at all.
I apologize. I only just research. I don't make the thing.
I'm offended for the movie. That's.
All right, I got one more for you. This is Guess the Order.
All right.
For Guess the Order, I'm going to give you a year, and you tell me which movie came out first from that year. Extra points if you can give me the month.
Okay.
So for Guess the Order, we're going to do 1994 Wolf, Natural Born Killers, or Ed Wood. Which one came out first?
I'd say it was Wolf, and I believe it was around September, the end of September.
You think Wolf came out first at the end of September?
Mm-hmm.
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
Okay.
But yes, you are right. You just don't get the extra points. So
That is correct.
Wolf came out June 17th of 94.
Oh, wow.
June
Okay.
17th. Natural Born Killers came out August 28th. And Ed Wood came out September 30th.
All right.
Okay. So 1984. We're going backwards in time. Police Academy, Revenge of the Nerds, or 16 Candles. Which one came out first? Beautiful.
I got the first one.
I'm gonna guess 16 Candles. I was born in '88, so I have no frame of reference because I don't remember when they came out. Kind of like the last one because in '94 I was 6 years old.
Yeah.
I was watching football and changing my brother's diapers.
Blues Clues. So you say 16 Candles.
I'm guessing 16 Candles.
That is correct.
I'm guessing that just based off of the movie's style.
Just for the fun of it, which one do you think came out? What was the last one that came out?
The last one, I would say Revenge of the Nerds.
That's right.
Yeah.
So 16 Candles came out May 4th of 84. A Police Academy came out May 23rd. And then Revenge of the Nerds came out July 20th.
Yeah.
Last one, 1974. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Black Christmas, or It's Alive. Which one came out first that year? Bueller?
Right.
Bueller?
I'm going to go with Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That was also going to be my guess. So
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
That is incorrect. So, It's Alive came out April 26th of 74, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Black Christmas both came out October 11th of that year. Black Christmas was released that day in Canada, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre was released here in U.S.
Okay.
October 11th. So, thank you.
Yo, 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 give it up for Duke and Movie Trivia!
You're so stupid.
We're having way too much fun with that. All right, so let's dial it down and get a little dizzy with some Vertigo.
Vertigo, a feeling of dizziness, a swimming in the head. Figuratively, a state in which all things seem to be engulfed in a whirlpool of terror, as created by Alfred Hitchcock in the story that gives new meaning to the word suspense.
I want to die as someone inside me, and she says I must die. Scotty, don't let me go.
A beautiful girl haunted by the desperate, unexplainable urge to destroy herself. A man possessed by the paralyzing vertigo that made him afraid of high places.
Easy now.
Oh, no. Well, it's a cinch. Here, I look up. I look down. I look up. I look...
What was the strange attraction that brought these two together, in spite of the dark forces that tore them apart? The specter from the past that drew her to the ancient headstone in the mission graveyard. The compulsion that drove her relentlessly to the point of no return. The story of a love so powerful it broke down all barriers between past and present, between life and death, between the golden girl in the dark tower and the tawdry redhead that he tried to remake in her image.
If I let you change me, will that do it? If I do what you tell me, will you love me?
Yes.
All right, then I'll do it. Because I don't care anymore about me.
Vertigo was released May 28th of 1958. A former San Francisco police detective juggles wrestling with his personal demons and becoming obsessed with the hauntingly beautiful woman he has been hired to trail, who may be deeply disturbed. It stars Jimmy Stewart, Kim Novak, Barbara Bel Geddes, Tom Helmore, Henry Jones, Raymond Bailey, and that's it.
This was produced and directed by Alfred Hitchcock. It was based on the novel D'entre les Morts. Stupid American, can't speak French. By Pierre Boileau. Boileau.
He didn't say his name right either.
Boileau.
It's Alfred Hitchcock.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah.
Pierre Boileau and Thomas Narkajak. The screenplay was done by Alex Koppel and Samuel A. Taylor. The score was done by Bernard Herrmann, who's also done the score for Taxi Driver, It's Alive. He did the theme for Have Gun Will Travel. Also did the theme for Psycho, North by Northwest, The Day the Earth Stood Still, Citizen Kane, whole bunch of different stuff. This was shot on location in San Francisco and between September and December of 1957.
So I did actually get a budget for this one. It has a budget of $2.4 million.
Wow.
And grossed $7.8 million.
Okay.
So this one actually did very well.
All right.
IMDb gave it 8.2 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 93% with a 92% audience rating. Letterboxd gave it 4.2 out of 5. And I am giving this one 8.5 out of 10.
I'm going to give it 7 out of 10. It's good, but it's not as engaging as some of his other films, in my opinion. But it's not a bad film at all.
Mm-hmm.
I do recommend watching it.
Yeah, I was going to give it a 7 out of 10 for that exact same reason. It's not as good as some of the other ones, but it is very good. Like I was just saying, I wish the ending was slightly different. I just feel like the ending was abrupt, but that's my opinion. That's my only complaint, really. Honestly, other than that, it just didn't grab me like some of the other ones.
Okay. It's one of those endings where you're like, oh, come on.
That's literally what I did. When the ending happened, I was like, really? Really? Oh, okay, I guess. I mean, I'll accept it because it's the ending, but...
Was it worse than The Sopranos?
You can move on now. You know, I feel that was an appropriate ending. Gonna poke the bear over there.
Unaccredited second unit cameraman Ermin Erman Roberts invented the famous zoom out and track in shot, now sometimes called contra zoom or trombone shot.
Is that the poltergeist running down the hallways type of cinematography?
Yeah. To convey the sense of vertigo to the audience, the view down the mission stairwell cost $19,000 for just a couple of seconds of screen time.
What?
Yeah.
Daggone.
Yeah, it's very expensive. Sir Alfred Hitchcock had originally wanted to use his now famous vertigo zoom as far back as Rebecca from 1940.
Okay.
But due to lack of technology at that time, he couldn't do it. The technique was inspired by a time when Hitchcock had fainted during a party.
Okay.
The Empire Hotel, where James Stewart eventually finds Kim Novak, is the Hotel Vertigo, formerly the York, located at 940 Sutter Street in Lower Nob Hill in San Francisco. The character Judy lived in room 501, which still retains many of its aspects captured in this movie. As of 2023, Hotel Vertigo is closed. As of 2025, it is open again as the Hotel Julian. The hotel restaurant is called Carlotta's.
Okay.
So, anybody wants to go sightseeing,
do it.
Go check it out. Sir Alfred Hitchcock described this movie to Francois Trevaux thus, to put it plainly, the man wants to go to bed with a woman who is dead.
Okay.
That's how he described the movie. So,
say that again.
To put it plainly, the man wants to go to bed with a woman who is dead.
Is that a Robert Frost poem?
Right.
Let's say that's alrighty.
And then Hitchcock was embittered at the critical and commercial failure of this movie in 1958. He blamed this on James Stewart for looking too old to attract audiences anymore. Hitchcock never worked with Stewart, previously one of his favorite collaborators. Again, this was his last movie with him. And that's all I got.
Okay.
For Vertigo.
What's next?
Let's take a break.
Join us at the Drive-In Review for in-depth discussions, hot takes, and behind-the-scenes insights into your favorite films.
Whether you're a cinephile or just love a good movie night, our podcast has something for everyone.
From blockbusters to hidden gems, we dive into it all with passion and humor.
Plus, engage in fun games and movie trivia that will test your film knowledge and keep you entertained.
Visit our website at www.driveinreview.com and click on any of the platform icons to tune in, and subscribe to our social media for the latest updates.
Or you can browse through our movie posters and our ratings on them.
Join our community of movie lovers and give us your thoughts, your answers, or just, berate us on our mispronunciations.
Yeah, so let's enjoy the cinematic adventure together, and thank you for listening.
You sound insane. Do you realize that? You should be medicated.
All right, let's talk about Spirit of St. Louis.
The world held its breath, and then these pages herald one of the most incredible feats in the annals of human endeavor. The dramatic triumph of mind, body, and spirit against all odds. Of Charles Lindbergh and the Spirit of St. Louis. But equally dramatic is the personal story that takes you into the heart, yes, into the soul of a man. Here are his dreams, his fears, his defeats, his victories. Here, too, are people, each important, vitally important to this story of a man who kept a rendezvous with the destiny of the world.
I can make it across all right.
What makes you so sure you can make it?
Well, Mr. Bixby, when I was a kid and the smallest in my class, I made up my mind that I was going to be 6 feet 3 inches tall. And I made it with a half an inch to spare.
My old man says flying is for the birds.
That's what he said.
And that if God meant us to fly, he would have made our bones as hollow as our heads.
Brittle, isn't she?
These papers say you're assigned here. Okay, but I will not tolerate that filthy crate of yours at this airfield.
Well, she's really a very fine little machine, sir. She flies like a dream and never let me down.
Get her out of here.
Yes, sir.
All right, now fly straight and level. You're diving, Father. Pick the nose up, fly right straight and level. There we are. The trees, do you see them?
It's your baby, Slim. You make the decisions. All we're trying to do is...
All you're trying to do is give me an easy out. Well, thank you just the same.
It just doesn't look as if it can be done. Maybe planes aren't up to it. Not yet, anyway. In 10 years, perhaps, but not now.
But it's got to be tried now, over and over again, until it is done. Can't you understand that?
Bravo! All right. Spirit of St. Louis was released April 20th of 1957. Charles Slim Lindbergh struggles to finance and design an airplane that will make his New York to Paris flight the first solo transatlantic crossing. It stars Jimmy Stewart, Murray Hamilton, Patricia Smith, Bartlett Robinson, Mark Connolly, Arthur Space, and Charles Watts.
So this was produced by Leland Hayward and Billy Wilder and distributed by Warner Brothers. What I really like about this list is not only that it's all Jimmy Stewart, obviously, but it also, there's so many heavy-hitting directors behind these movies as well. Alfred Hitchcock, we've got Billy Wilder for this one, Frank Capra, you know, just so many great directors from the Golden Age doing these films. But I just wanted to interject there with that. This, like I said, this was directed by Billy Wilder, who also did The Apartment, Some Like It Hot, Sunset Boulevard, Sabrina, 7 Year Itch, Double Indemnity. He's definitely one of the, I would say, top 3 directors of the era.
Right.
This was based on the book by Charles Lindbergh, and the screenplay was written by Billy Wilder and Wendell Mays. The score was done by Franz Waxman, who also did the score for Mr. Roberts, Rear Window, Dark Passage, Place in the Sun, Philadelphia Story, Bride of Frankenstein, the list goes on. This was shot on location on the Warner Brothers Burbank Studios lot, but there was a lot of aerial shots as well, so it was like, had shots from New York, France, Ireland, Canada, you name it.
Nice.
It was shot between August of 1955 and May of 1956.
Okay. It had a budget of $6 million. I have no idea what it grossed. I could not find it anywhere. So, but it had a budget of $6 million. IMDb gave it 7.1 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 83% with a 75% audience rating. Letterboxd gave it 3.4 out of 5. I haven't seen this for a really long time. I have seen the movie and everything. I watched it on TV with my dad, because I told you he liked Jimmy Stewart and stuff. He's like, you need to come in here and watch this. So I remember watching it with him. I'm going to give it, since it's been a while, I'm going to give it 7 out of 10.
Okay.
So
that's fair. I'll give it 8 out of 10. It's a really engaging film. I think first time I watched it, I guess I didn't know what to expect, but I was glued to the TV the whole time. Just Jimmy Stewart.
Right.
Me and Jimmy Stewart as Charles Lindbergh.
Right.
8 out of 10 for me. And you haven't seen it.
No, this is the other one I haven't seen.
Okay.
Charles A. Lindbergh wanted Anthony Perkins to play him in the movie.
Interesting.
Producer Jack L. Warner was strongly opposed to the casting of James Stewart, which he believed caused the film to flop on its release in 1957. Warner felt a young and less well-known actor was needed to play Lindbergh. James Stewart, portraying Charles Lindbergh, at the age of 25, he was 47 when the film was made. So a 47-year-old trying to play a 25-year-old.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were going to mention he's like 20 years older.
Yeah. Charles Lindbergh was extremely dissatisfied with James Stewart's portrayal of him in this film. Despite this, Stewart did succeed in accurately recreating the technical aspects of flying throughout the film. Lindbergh himself was particularly impressed by the moment when Stewart taps the oil gauge while starting the engine. The sort of passing detail only an experienced pilot like Stewart would know.
Yeah, because I was going to say he flew during World War II. That's why between 41 and 45, he didn't do anything. I think he did some propaganda films or something in that time period.
Right.
But his comeback after the war was actually It's a Wonderful Life.
Mm-hmm. Oh, was he a pilot in the
the
military?
Yeah,
Really?
He was a pilot in the Navy.
Really?
No, yeah, but yeah, he flew during World War II.
Did he really? That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
James Stewart was unusually difficult to work with throughout filming. Some wondered if he had realized how miscast he was. And then he later admitted he was too old to play a pilot due to his slowing reflexes. So that's all the fun facts I have. It was literally everything about him being too old for the film.
Okay.
So.
Well, I think he pulled it off.
Yeah, I think so too.
Whether he's 20 years older than Lindbergh or not.
He did have to wear a ton of makeup. I did see that just to make himself look younger.
It didn't work.
No. Nope.
It just didn't work.
But that's
good
all
movie though. Good movie.
Yeah,
I do recommend.
I recommend it.
All right. Well, let's do our. What's it called now?
It's time for Hollywood Roll Call. All right.
So we have two actors that we need to connect to each other. We picked these actors in the last episode, and that was John Lithgow and John Krasinski.
Right. What'd you get?
You want me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay, I'll go first. I got it in 5. So I got John Lithgow to Clancy Brown in Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai.
Okay.
Clancy Brown to Morgan Freeman in Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, I would say.
Morgan Freeman to Tom Cruise in Oblivion. Tom Cruise to Emily Blunt in...
Tom Cruise in Edge of Tomorrow.
There you go. And Emily Blunt to John Krasinski in
Quiet Place.
Quiet Place.
Okay. All right. That was interesting. I got it in 3.
Okay.
I went John Lithgow to Kevin Bacon.
I was trying to go that route.
In Footloose.
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon and Ryan Reynolds in R.I.P.D.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then Ryan Reynolds and John Krasinski in If.
Okay.
So that's what I got. Justin?
I have not seen a single John Krasinski movie. Not one. When I look at the man, yeah, I know this goes back to me, maybe Mr. TV, but when I look at the man, all I could see is Jim.
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
Yes, I know. I know. And I hate to put him in a box because I like him and I think he's very talented. But he's Jim.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm the only one who feels that way either.
I doubt you are the only person.
And if we included TV shows, you would be able to connect John Krasinski to anybody because everybody's been in The Office pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, I would use Steve Carell or David Koechner is one of the two that I would use.
Right.
Yeah.
I
could go a lot of other directions with it, but those are the two I would use just for ease of access.
But yeah,
I just tell you.
All right. Well, let's start the roulette, the timer thing.
Come on. No whammies. Stop, whammy.
The Daily Double.
I thought you guys would enjoy that. The Model T finally died.
Okay, that's cool.
That sounded definitely like the Daily Double sound. If you just sped it up.
Yeah. No, that was your classic.
All right, who's picking?
It's my turn.
Go for it.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Ryan Reynolds to.
Don't know that person.
Yeah, I know.
That reminds me of a British sketch comedy.
Sylvester Stallone.
Let's make it interesting. Ryan Reynolds to
Rupert Grint.
Rodney Dangerfield. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds
Dangerfield?
to Rodney Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Let's do some homework.
Have you seen a Rodney Dangerfield film?
Yes. Have you seen a Rodney Dangerfield film?
I think so. Yeah. No,
You've seen Caddyshack.
I've seen Caddyshack.
Okay. You seen Ladybugs?
I was say I think I've seen Ladybugs.
Okay.
I saw Back to School.
Okay.
It's been a long time since I've
so
seen it.
So it's doable.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
doable.
No respect, see?
No respect.
All right.
All right, let's get on to our last movie.
That was Hollywood Roll Call. Jumped the gun on me there.
Movie now.
Movie now. All right, this is Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
The gentleman will raise his right hand. You solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and that you will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that you take this obligation freely without purpose of evasion, and that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which you are about to enter. So help you God. So help you God.
I do. I know Jefferson Smith, and I will personally vouch for him. There's been a big mistake. Why don't you tell the people the truth for a change?
You're not a senator. You're an honorary stooge.
This country is bigger than the Taylors, or you, or me, or anything else. Great principles don't get lost once they come to light. They're right here. You just have to see them. Somebody will listen to me.
Autobots, roll out.
Okay. Michael Bay's Mr. Smith.
Right.
Clearly, this was a Michael Bay film. Just go ahead.
So I had to go with a modern trailer on this. I couldn't, because the original trailer was just music. There was like no words or nothing. It was if you were watching it, you could see who stars in it and stuff, but there was no talking, nothing. It was just music. So I had to go with the modern trailer.
Okay. What you got?
So you're saying it's not a Michael Bay film?
It's not a Michael Bay film.
Okay. I just say that dude's done everything. Mr. Smith Goes to Washington was released October 19th of 1939. A naive youth leader is appointed to fill a vacancy in the U.S. Senate. His idealistic plans promptly collide with the corruption at home, and subterfuge from his I can't talk today. From his hero in Washington, but he tries to forge ahead despite attacks on his character. I cannot talk today at all. I apologize. It stars Jean Arthur, Jimmy Stewart, Claude Rains, Edward Arnold, Guy Kibbe, Thomas Mitchell, and Eugene Pallett.
Did you mean for all those words to come out together, or did they just fall out randomly?
That would be exactly what happened.
So this was produced by Columbia Pictures and Frank Capra. This was directed by Tony Scott. No, it wasn't directed by Tony Scott. It was directed by Frank Capra, who also has done some fantastic films, such as It Happened One Night, It's a Wonderful Life, Arsenic and Old Lace, Meet John Doe, Mr. Deeds Goes to Town, and he's also worked on a lot of World War II propaganda films during the war. This was based on the story by Lewis R. Foster, and the screenplay was done by Sidney Buchman. The score was done by Dmitry Tiomkin, who also did the score for Giant with James Dean, Dial M for Murder, High Noon, Strangers on a Train, and It's a Wonderful Life. This was shot on location in Los Angeles and D.C. between April and July of 1939.
This one had a budget of $1.9 million. It grossed $144,123. IMDb gave it 8.1 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 97% with a 94% audience rating. And Letterboxd gave it 4.1 out of 5. I'm giving this one 8 out of 10. With it being extremely long, it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
This is my favorite out of all of these, and definitely one of my favorite Jimmy Stewart films.
Mm-hmm.
I give it an easy 10 out of 10.
Okay. All right.
Love this movie.
Justin?
I give this one a 9 out of 10. This one tied with Anatomy of a Murder for me as my favorite. So going into this, I was not excited about this movie. I was like, oh man. I was like, it's going to be a cheesy, like, campy political drama. And it is not. I loved this movie. This movie blew me away.
Yeah.
I was glued to it. I didn't care that it was 2 hours. At first, I was surprised that it was 2 hours at first because I didn't think that existed back in there.
Yeah.
But other than that, I loved this movie. I thought this movie was great. So 9 out of 10 for me. I really think this movie is great.
High five.
Yeah.
This movie was incredible. And this movie is, well, I'm not trying to get too crazy, but this movie is 100% applicable to today's political structure.
That. Mm-hmm. I noticed.
Today's political structure, everybody in all of government should be forced to watch this movie. For real. Before you get involved in politics, you should be forced to watch this
Absolutely.
movie.
Right. The scenes where James Stewart wanders around in amazement at the Washington monuments were stolen since the U.S. Park Service had denied the studio permission to film near them. So they were...
He just backdrops. He's looking at backdrops.
Right. So did the U.S. government steal them? Because it says they were stolen.
No, they would be...
the scenes were stolen.
From public domain, probably,
right.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
I don't know if they call that stolen.
Right. In 1942, when a ban on American films was imposed in German-occupied France, the title theaters chose Mr. Smith Goes to Washington for their last movie before the ban went into effect. One Paris theater reportedly screened the film nonstop for 30 days prior to the ban.
Nice.
According to the New York Times, the Boy Scouts of America objected to having any part in Mr. Capra's reform movement. And Frank Capra, therefore, had to use the fictitious name of the Boy Rangers.
Okay.
Instead. The film was banned in Nazi Germany, Fascist Italy, and Phalangist Spain. According to Frank Capra, the film was also dubbed in certain European countries to alter the message of the film, so it conformed with official ideology. In the Soviet Union, the film was released to wide distribution on October 8th, 1947. Bitterly denounced by Washington insiders, angry at its allegations of corruption, yet banned by fascist states in Europe, who were afraid it showed that democracy actually works. And this was reportedly Jean Arthur's favorite of the films she starred in.
Good choice.
Yeah. So, and that's all I got for Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
Okay.
On the fun facts.
Fascists don't like this movie. I get it.
Right.
The irony that this movie features a filibuster that we just had the longest filibuster in history.
Right.
And this one features a representation of what was the time was, I believe, or it was right after this that it happened, because the longest one up to that point was like 20 some odd hours. That somebody stood on the floor, and before this guy that just did it, recently. So I mean, that's just facts. I mean,
right.
Okay.
Well, it's time for our last segment, which I'm pretty sure we're all in agreement with this. Pick it or kick it.
Isn't it called something else now?
It will be.
Okay.
We're going to do away with Pick It or Kick It next season, and Justin is going to get his own segment.
Okay.
To be fair.
Oh, goody.
We just haven't figured out what that is yet. So if any of you guys have any
You
suggestions...
know what makes me sick? No.
Oh, God.
Go Earl Pitts.
That's right.
There's Paul Harvey. Good day.
That's the rest of the story.
Right. So if any of you guys have any suggestions for Justin's new segment for next season, hit us up with a message. So, all right, I'm picking them all. I'm not kicking any of these.
Same.
Yeah, I'm picking them all.
All right.
I'll pick them all. Every one of them.
Well, that was a quick pick it or kick it.
Okay.
Get a rope.
New York City.
All right. So yeah, we have 2 episodes left of this season. Next week we are talking about the Farrelly Brothers.
Yep.
So we're gonna do a little bit of Three Stooges, some Stuck on You. What else?
And then our final episode is going to be on Terrifier.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yay.
No, not really.
Happy holidays. So
the Christmas special.
We're going to mix Christmas and Thanksgiving together for our holiday episode, and that'll be our finale. So
it'll be very pepperminty.
Yes. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a